Ah yes, the leader of the famous TMNT and the cute turtle, one of the most well-known and appreciated artists and inventors in history, the one and only Leonardo da Vinci. From the great invention that yeeted humanity forward to some of the most decorated art histories, today we dive into the world of the blue-eyed depicted turtle, so get comfy. His full name is Leonardo da Vinci, born in 1452 in Vinci, a small town in Tuscany, Italy. A result of an infidelity, but a man of many talents, as he was a painter, a sculptor, an architect, a musician, a mathematician, an engineer, an inventor, an anatomist, a geologist, a cartographer, a botanist, and a writer.
Wow, that's a lot of words.
That's quite a resume. But even with all these skills, he was still a bit of a procrastinator. In fact, it took him about over 16 years to finish the Monalisa. So yeah, procrastination is something great still to know. Another random fact? Da Vinci was left-handed, which in his time they believed left-handed people were often a bit strange or even sensitive. But Da Vinci didn't let that bother him. He just used his left hand to create some of the most beautiful works in art history. And hey, if anyone gave him a trouble about it, he could always say that he was in his right mind. Huh? No laughs? Okay. Let's ignore my autistic head with its randomness and head back to Da Vinci's history, shall we? As we know, every story has its beginning, and Da Vinci's tale starts at the age of 14, with his apprenticeship under the renowned Florentine artist Andrea di Verrocchio, receiving a thorough education in various artistic disciplines, including painting, sculpture, and drafting, as Verrocchio was a master of his craft and emphasized technical precision and attention to detail, honing that into Da Vinci's artistic build, influencing him and his style in the variety of art forms that we mentioned before. And with years going on, and Da Vinci starting to mastering his work as well, he started many collaborations with his mentor, and the most notable of them all is the Baptism of Christ, where Leonardo is believed to have painted the young angel on the left side of the canvas. This collaboration showcased Leonardo's exceptional talent, even at a young age. But art wasn't the only field Leonardo was influenced in by Verrocchio. He encouraged Leonardo's curiosity and interest in various subjects, including science and engineering, things that played a significant role in Leonardo's development as a Renaissance polymath. But to every dawn of a sun, there is its demise, and periods of our life go through the same cycle as well. Leonardo not different from us. After he completed his apprenticeship with Verrocchio, he had already begun to establish himself as an independent artist. His early works, such as the Annunciation circa 1472 to 1475, demonstrated his burgeoning talent and individual style. Through his life, even with his slow pace and his left-hand supremacy, Da Vinci was still a true visionary. He had ideas that were ahead of his time. He scoured in every place he went, and he did go to a lot of places like Vinci, Florence, Milan, Vatican City, and by nature of things Rome, Ampuisi, France, Venice, and many other places. And he went on to create tons of innovations and generating ideas like the concept of a flying machine. He even designed a parachute. Knowing Da Vinci, he probably would have made a joke about needing a fall guy. Yeah, but away from the practicalities, we are here for the art, aren't we? Yeah. The art part, not the science one here. Today, as a special treat for a special man, we will take these two into our analyzing room, starting with this one.
Before delving deeper into the painting, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, back to the video.
The Last Supper is one of Leo's most famous paintings, which in it depicts the final meal Jesus had with his disciples before his crucifixion. It's one of the most famous depictions of that event, if not the most actually. It's a large fresco painting that covered the back wall of the dining hall in the Santa Maria del Grazie convent in Milano. And as a picker artist and a professional procrastinator, Da Vinci had some trouble finding models for the paintings. He searched all over for the perfect faces, but he just couldn't seem to find them. He even considered using his own face for one of the disciples, but eventually he settled on some other dudes. I guess he didn't want to be too self-portrayistic.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
It's speculated that Da Vinci completed the painting between the years 1495 and 1498, and the moment he captured here is when Jesus announces to his disciples that one of them will betray him. The painting captured the emotion of each disciple at that moment, showing their varied reaction to Jesus' announcement. Da Vinci's composition is notable for its use of perspective and symmetry, as well as the attention to detail and the facial expression and gesture of the figures. The painting is also known for its use of chiaroscuro, a technique that creates a dramatic contrast between light and shadow. One of the most significant aspects of Da Vinci's Last Supper is the way he depicts the figure's hands. Each hand is carefully positioned and rendered to convey a sense of emotion and expression, emphasizing the importance of the sacrament of the Eucharist and the significance of the moment. Despite its fame and importance, the painting has suffered significant damage over the centuries. It was painted on a dry plaster wall rather than a wet one, which caused the paint to deteriorate over time. The painting has undergone numerous restorations, the most recent which was completed in 1999, and it is now protected by a climate-controlled environment to prevent further damage. But for them to not sue us, let's put it back and let's take the other one now. And of course, the elephant in the room, and probably what you expected opening this video, the one and only Mona Lisa. There are at least 3, but sticking to the famous one painted by the famous Italian artist Leonardo Da Vinci in the 16th century and stolen by the French Louvre, where they are protecting it from being restolen by bulletproof glass and guards enough to form a military. Despite being one of the most famous paintings in the world, the Mona Lisa remains shrouded in mystery. Many art historians and enthusiasts have tried to decipher the meaning behind the painting, but no one has been able to conclusively determine its significance. But as close as we ever got, in recent years scientists have used advanced imaging techniques to study the Mona Lisa and have made some fascinating discoveries. They have found that the painting was originally much larger than it is today, and that Da Vinci made several changes to the painting during its creation. Examples for this are the alteration of the landscape, and through infrared imaging, we have discovered that Leonardo da Vinci made several changes to the landscape background. He initially painted a different background scene, but he later modified it to the hazy landscape we see today. Another example of this are eyebrows and eyelashes. There have been discussions about whether Leonardo originally painted eyebrows and eyelashes on the Mona Lisa or not. Some believe that these details may have faded or were removed during later restorations. But looking a bit down from eyebrows should have been, we can find one of the most striking features of the Mona Lisa, her eyes. Many people believe that the painting's eye followed them as they move, creating some kind of an eerie sensation. However, scientists have debunked that myth and have found that it's simply an optical illusion, created by the painting compositions, of course. And you are now gonna go back to no one wanting to look at your direction. But let's now break eye contact and focus more on her enigmatic smile, which has puzzled art lovers for centuries. Is she smiling? Is she serious? Art historians have debated the meaning behind the Mona Lisa's smile for eons now. Some believe it represents happiness and contentment, while others argue it conceals a deeper sadness or even secret. The Mona Lisa's smile is so intriguing that it has become an iconic symbol of the Renaissance era and has been referenced in countless works of arts, literature, and pop culture, despite the true intention of Da Vinci remains a mystery. Some art enthusiasts believe that the Mona Lisa contains hidden symbols and codes, revealing secrets that have yet to be deciphered. They point to the intricacies of the painting, such as the placement of the hands or the background elements, as evidence of a deeper esoteric meaning. One of the most intriguing secrets about the Mona Lisa is its subject. It is believed that she is Lisa Gherardini, the wife of Florentine merchant Francesco di Giocondo. The painting is also known as La Gioconda in Italian, which is a reference to her married name. But comparisons between the facial features of the Mona Lisa and Leonardo da Vinci's self-portraits reveal striking similarities. Both share the same facial structures, including the shape of the face, the position of the eyes, and the structure of the nose. Art experts who support the theory propose that Da Vinci employed himself as the model for the Mona Lisa, utilizing his own visage to create the enigmatic masterpiece. They argue that the self-portraits may have served as a personal exploration, allowing Da Vinci to delve into his own psyche and portray himself in different light. Supporters of that theory also point out that the Mona Lisa differs from traditional female portraits of that time. The painting lacked the idealized features typically seen in portraits of women. Instead of exhibiting androgynous characters that resembled Leonardo's own appearance, as Leonardo da Vinci was known for his interest in self-portraiture, he explored various techniques and expressions, constantly observing and studying himself. This deep introspection may have led him to incorporate his own features onto the Mona Lisa, creating a profoundly personal artwork. However, it's important to note that we should take this theory with a grain of salt, as Leonardo da Vinci being the subject of the Mona Lisa remains highly debated. Many art historians and experts dispute this notion, and still revert to it being Lisa Gherardini. But whether it being Leo or Lisa, the enduring fascination with this painting speaks to its universal appeal. It reminds us the power of art to transcend time and ignite our imagination. But other than these two, and another one that I am not going to mention today, there is a fourth horseman that I want to mention today. It keeps getting me back to it. Something lost in time. A painting of the Battle of Anghiari that was supposed to be facing Michelangelo's Battle of Cascina. But due to being asked to Rome to make the sculpture of the Pope's tomb, and technical problems because Da Vinci used oil colors instead of fresco, he gave up on it. And all what we have left of today is just some early sketches, making us wonder about what could have been. Leonardo da Vinci was truly a remarkable figure, a genius who left an indelible mark on the world of art and science. He was a true Renaissance man, a polymath who excelled in multiple fields and pushed the boundaries of what was possible. His legacy has inspired countless artists, scientists, and inventors, and his curiosity and passion for knowledge continue to inspire us to this day. And as Leonardo was, stay creative.